Hey everybody, this is Eric from Eric J's Automatic for the Collector, and I'm coming to you with a video response today for two channels. I'm going to combine this one because I'm not quite certain as to the time I'll have to make videos. I haven't been quite getting to them as often as I'd hoped to. It's been a little over a week at least since my last video, but anyways, I'm hoping when I do create a video that it'll be enjoyable for you guys. So anyways, I've pulled out quite a stack of cards and a few other unique items to go through today for these video response things for 3D 80s Kid and also THA Card Story. And THA Card Story was requesting a video regarding your second favorite sport to collect. Most of us here in the card community, specifically vintage collectors, tend to have our focus on vintage baseball primarily. And the second video response for 3D 80s Kid was similar in topic, and that was just to show like a side PC, something else that you collect in addition to your main collection, which is again vintage baseball. So anyways, before making this video, I've been pondering it for over a week now, probably at least 2 weeks. I've been kind of going over it in my head as to what I was going to make the video about, and I had a couple ideas going through my head because baseball is my favorite sport, and I kind of dabble a little bit in all the other sports. My collection isn't vast compared to baseball and any of the other sports, but I figured the sport that I probably had the most cards and the most variety in behind baseball would be football. And so that's what I'm going to do this video on today, is my football card collection. And I went through a few different boxes and just pulled out some cards from each one. There's some really cool stuff in here, and it's by no means representative of the whole football collection I have. I've got a whole lot more than what I'm going to show here today, but when I'm pulling stuff out to make a video, as you guys know, I'm still kind of new to creating content here on YouTube. As I'm going through and pulling things out, specifically when I'm doing something like for a video response, I start going through my mind and thinking, well, I'd like to pull this out and that out and show this and show that, but at the same time, I don't want to pull all of this stuff out at once, and I want to leave some stuff to show in other videos, future dates. I've got plenty of material to do that with. So anyways, if you like what I show today with this football stuff, one of these days in the future, I'll plan on making another video devoted to some more cards in my football collection. But it's kind of hard when you start going through your boxes and wherever you keep your cards at in your collection, and you can't show them all at one time unless you want to make the video hours long. So anyways, I'm saving some good stuff for later on, so you guys be on the lookout, and we will show more of this later. But for right now, let's just get into what I did pull out. You may notice right here in the foreground, sitting on the desk I'm sitting at here, is a kind of a cool item I got several years ago. As you guys may remember, if you watched my very first video, I'm originally from the state of Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, and so I spent most of my life there, and back in 2008, I moved to Arkansas, and so now I'm in the Arkansas Razorback territory. So I found this somewhere years ago. I don't remember even where I got it now, but I'm not sure quite how old it is, if it's a vintage piece or not, but it's a heavy little item here. And anyways, being that I'm from Georgia, I haven't fully converted to being an Arkansas Razorbacks fan yet. Everybody out here is crazy for the Hogs, and I was a Georgia Bulldogs fan, so I still kind of consider myself, if somebody asked me what team I would root for, if I was rooting for a team, I'd probably say the Georgia Bulldogs, just because I'm still a little bit loyal to my roots in Georgia. Okay, so I think before I get into the cards, I'm going to show a couple other items I have sitting to the side here, just to get them out of the way, and then we'll get into some cards. I've got some vintage and some modern cards to look at, so buckle up. We're in for a good ride today. One other neat little item I have that's football related is this cool beer mug, and this is something I think I got it at a thrift store, somewhere like Goodwill or something of that nature, years ago. And I thought this image on it was just really cool. It's an old-time football player, and I just thought it would be cool to display on a shelf or something. I'm not sure if this is intended to be a specific actual football player, or if it's just like an image of an old footballer. But as I was going through my boxes of cards to pull out just kind of a variety of things for this video, I came across one card, which I'll pull out right now, because I'm not quite sure. I'm not up on my football history as a lot of people would be, but as I was looking at this mug here and going through the box of cards, I came across this Red Grange card, and I'm kind of wondering if the player pictured on the beer mug here is Red Grange, because it looks very similar to the photo on this card here. This is a cool looking card, and this is from Leaf Limited 2004. And another cool thing about this card, besides what Pepino Man would say is, ooh, so shiny, so shiny. Besides it being so shiny, is it's numbered on the back, serial numbered 83 out of 100. So anyways, I thought this one would be a cool one to show, since I had this mug pulled out to show you guys. Okay, two more kind of larger items that I was going to show before getting into the cards is I've got this really awesome Topps poster, vintage poster from, I believe it was 1971 is the year that this one. I know Topps made some posters a couple years in a row, and if my memory serves me correct, I think this one is the 1971 Topps posters. But here we have Dick Butkus, and what I love about the posters, and what I think all collectors love about these old vintage posters, whether it be football or baseball, is the artwork is just really cool on them. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the baseball ones featured an actual photo of the player. I'm not sure if baseball ever did artistic renderings like this, but anyways, I got several of these posters of different players, and the Dick Butkus one that I have is one of my favorites out of the ones I have in my collection. So I put it in this nice little frame here. And then I've got one more of those posters to show that I also put in a cheaper little frame, but this one is of Jan Stenerud, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that name right. But anyways, when I was looking up to kind of verify the year that these came out before making the video, I noticed that this would have been his rookie season, the year that this poster came out. So I don't know if people consider other items besides just the standard cards rookies, but anyways, this should be from his rookie season. So this is his rookie poster here, and he's with the Kansas City Chiefs, which I believe he was with most of his career. Again, I'm no football expert. I know a little bit here and there. I know all the popular players, but going into a little bit of my history, I grew up playing baseball a couple years when I was real little, and then I always enjoyed watching baseball on television. And I hear the same story from so many collectors that back in the days when we were growing up, you only had a couple channels that showed baseball on television, and one of those was TBS, the Superstation, and that was the channel that featured the Atlanta Braves where I grew up. So I watched Braves games all the time on TBS, and I really miss those days. It's not the same anymore. And just to give you a little tidbit into my mentality as a sports person and a collector, I really like collecting cards more than I do watching or following any sports anymore. It seems like even baseball is so different, and I don't have the opportunity to watch games like I did when I was a youngster. So the charm of it's kind of faded for me. I always look back to the days growing up when I watched the Braves and Dale Murphy, Dave Justice, Fred McGriff, Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, the Braves dynasty years. That's what I always harken back to when I think of baseball. And so collecting baseball memorabilia, vintage cards brings back those memories. And I don't really follow baseball anymore. The only way I would know about modern players is by just seeing the cards and hearing about who's hot, who's popular. But being a vintage collector, I don't dabble too much in the new stuff. So anyways, to get off that sidetrack, we'll get back into the football stuff I was going to show. So I've got a good stack of cards to go through, and I won't spend too much time on each one because I pulled out more than I normally have so far in my videos. But we'll just start out right here. This is an old Philadelphia card, a 1967 Atlanta Falcons team card. And I pulled this one out because, again, I'm from right outside the Atlanta area, so it's neat to have an old vintage football card of the Atlanta Falcons football team. The next few items I have to show here are kind of oddball items I picked up at a show. It's probably been a couple years ago now, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, but I was at a card show, and this one dealer had these items sitting in a box, and I inquired as to what they were. And some of you guys may have seen these, and some of you, this might be your first time seeing them, because I really don't think they're super rare, but I had not seen these before until I came across them at the show. And these are from 1971. They're called Mattel Instant Replay, and they're kind of miniature records. And back in those days, Mattel had, I guess, come out with a product where you could insert it into a little player or something and actually hear some audio on these discs. And I just assumed that there were only football ones, but a few days ago when I was kind of doing some research to make sure I was getting the years right on the items that I was planning to show, I looked it up, and lo and behold, they not only did football, but they did some baseball ones and some basketball. And Shoebox Legends, you're going to be happy to know that they even did some hockey ones. And the cool thing I discovered with them was they made the ones that looked like a regular record on the back, just a black vinyl. But they also made double-sided ones, almost like a picture disc. And I saw some hockey ones that were double-sided, and those are fetching pretty good money, especially if somebody submitted them for grading and they got a high grade. But anyways, I've got Merlin Olsen here. And I was going to say that as a part of this video response, I was going to state that Merlin Olsen is a guy that I'm kind of would consider somebody I'm going to collect as a favorite football player. I never got to see him play football, but the reason I like him is, you guys are going to get a kick out of this, is because he was one of the main characters through part of the Little House on the Prairie seasons. He started playing a reoccurring role on Little House on the Prairie for a number of seasons, kind of like midway through the series. So I always liked his character, and I grew up watching Little House on the Prairie, and a few years ago my family got the box set of all the seasons, and we watched one episode until we got through all the seasons, and I discovered that Merlin Olsen was a Hall of Fame football player, and I thought that was really cool. So I'm on a quest to maybe one day get all of his football cards, at least his, just his base major football cards from Topps in Philadelphia. His rookie card is from the Philadelphia brand of cards. So anyways, one day I hope to get one of those. And anyways, I thought that would be kind of a cool player to collect. So anyways, going on, I've also got the Dick Butkus. And then last but not least, I've got a Gale Sayers. So those are really cool. And anyways, hope you guys like those. Okay, let's get through these quick. I've been rambling a little bit too much, I think. The next one is for Mr. DK, Doug Kahn. I pulled this one out for you, Doug, because this is a Kahn's Wieners Jim Brown card. And I was disappointed to find out it's not the original, it's a reprint. And according to the back of the card, it says the original, I don't know, I hope they get it where you can read it and it's not super glary. The original is worth $100. So I hope to get one of the originals one day, because The back plainly says it's worth $100, so they wouldn't have printed that on there if it wasn't right. Okay, the next card is another shiny card, and it's this Mosaic Dick Butkus, and I got this. It's just a really cool looking card, and I got it because it's so shimmery and shiny. A beautiful card there. The next card I have is kind of the secondary thing that John at 3D80s Kid asked. He said, if there's any Cowboys fans out there, to make mention of it in your videos. So I guess you might say I'm a little bit of a Cowboys fan, and I hope you'll consider this, John, and give me the thumbs up. But anyways, this is my favorite Cowboys card, and I couldn't wait to show it. And I know, Mike, baseball collector, you're a Cowboys fan, and I'm willing to bet money you don't have this Cowboys card in your collection. And so without further ado, oh, and it's a combo card too. It's Fred and Barney, the Cowboys. And this card on the back says it's a prototype card. So anyways, I thought that would be a kind of neat one to show. And I'm running out of time here on my phone. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to skip a little bit from what I had, but to show. But anyways, I'm gonna pull out some of the more cool items. I got this at a show a few months ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and this is a Jim Kelly sticker card, Topps sticker. And it's from 1987, which means that's his rookie year. So this would technically be a Jim Kelly rookie. And I thought this one was super cool. And the other cool part about it was I got it for like $1. So I just thought that was a really awesome thing to find for $1. And this sticker was made in Italy. So cool item there. Okay, let me pick out some of the better ones here. So you see, I had quite a stack to go through, and I'll kind of show you here. I plan to do a lot, but anyways, I don't have a whole lot of time remaining. So anyways, I'm going to show you. This is a really awesome Jerry Rice card I have. It's from Topps Gallery Heritage, and I've always liked these Gallery Heritage cards, whether it be baseball or football. And the design is so awesome on it, and it's just a really cool looking card. Then I've got this card, which is a flashback to 1960 Fleer. And I've always liked the design of 1960 Fleer football. But this is a modern card, Fleer Platinum of Kurt Warner. So that's a really awesome card. And here's another cool Topps Gallery Heritage of Y.A. Tittle, pictured with the San Francisco 49ers on this card. And that's just an awesome image. The design, everything is just awesome on it. And then lastly, I've got this Matthew Stafford Topps Chrome card, and this one is a refractor. And on the back, it's serial numbered 196 out of 216. Okay, so a couple more items I'll show real quick. Let me get this here. And Actually, I've got some vintage stuff to show, so I'm going to try to go really fast through it. I've got a 1971 Lance Allworth, and he is a Arkansas Razorback alumni, so I've got a 1971 Merlin Olsen to go with my Merlin Olsen collection. And I've got these cloth pieces from NFLPA. I've got a Terry Bradshaw, a Gale Sayers, an O.J. Simpson, and probably the neatest one of all is this Roger Staubach. These are from 1972, and this would have been Roger Staubach's rookie season. His rookie card is 1972 Topps, so this would be, I guess, also considered a rookie. And this one has a little crease kind of running down through it, which is a shame because the other three cards I showed are in like perfect condition, but this one I got in a show separately from where I got the other three, and this one has a little creasing. It's not as apparent on the front, but on the back you can see it running down it a little bit more, but still not a bad card to have. Then I've got this 1975 Merlin Olsen. Really cool looking card there. Let's see. Okay, I've got these two to show. Another little sticker. I got it from the same dealer that I got the Jim Kelly sticker. This is a Warren Moon, and this one is from 1985. And you football fans out there will know that 1985 was Warren Moon's rookie season, so this would also be like a rookie sticker. And I got it also for $1 out of the same box, so I couldn't believe my luck with that, getting two rookie stickers. Now I pulled this card out to kind of make a special comment about. This is one of my favorite football cards from well, it's a 1989 score, Barry Sanders rookie. But the reason I pulled it out was I just wanted to make a comment that, to me, when I think of like classic football cards from the late 80s, early 90s, this one to me would be like the equivalent of the 1989 Upper Deck King Griffey Jr. rookie card. This one's kind of like the equivalent of the King Griffey Jr. in my mind. This is the football version, so this is just a classic rookie card and probably the most popular one from that era, and so I pulled it out. And then really quickly I've got one more. This is a Matthew Stafford rookie that's in the same style as the Barry Sanders rookie. They did a takeoff on that 1989 score. So anyways, that's all I'm going to show for now. I wish I could have shown more, but anyways, we'll get to those in another video. I've got a whole lot to show, and we're just scratching the surface of my collection so far in my first videos. So anyways, I appreciate you sticking with me, if you are still with me. And anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Please feel free to make comments. Tell me what you liked or anything you want to comment on. And for you collectors out there, spread the word. My channel is kind of took off fast at the beginning, but now it's kind of stalled out. So get the word out there. If you like vintage cards, cool items, let other collectors know. I would certainly appreciate it. And anyways, thank you guys. Thank you, Matt and Tyrus, for your VR. Thank you, John, for doing your VR. And I hope you don't mind me combining them. But like I said, I don't know if I'll have time to, or when I'll get around to making my next video. So anyways, you guys take care, and we'll catch you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.